Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert.
My name is Jason Brown. This is my wife, Sandra Ruttman, and my good friend, Robert Campbell.
Hey, thanks, Jason. And we are here in lovely Halifax, Nova Scotia on the East Coast. And we're glad that you're here with us, viewing the show and contributing generously, I hope. And how about if you tell us why we're here? How did it happen?
That's what I keep asking myself. So I actually was talking to a client in Vancouver about 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about the desperate situation of flooding in BC, and little did I know that very soon after that, Nova Scotia would be hit in Cape Breton, and then Newfoundland, of course, would be affected. But all of a sudden, while I was talking to her, I thought, somebody's got to do something. And that's when I made my first mistake and mentioned it to my husband.
Okay, and at that point, I thought, this is a fantastic idea. We need to get together a bunch of great musicians to support the flood relief. And then I contacted my good friend Robert, who's a fantastic musician, and I knew he would know what to do.
Well, and lo and behold, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. And I often take things a little further than anticipated. I think they were thinking maybe a little pub and half a dozen musicians, raise $1,000. And I thought, no, I know I've done this before, and I'll call up my good friend Derek Bird out in Vancouver. And we've produced shows before, so we put our heads together and called all the friends in the music world that we could. And lo and behold, we had a fantastic response, and we couldn't be happier.
Throughout the show, you're going to hear Please Donate. So we hope that you'll donate to the Canadian Red Cross. Go to our website and click on Donate to any of the areas that you wish to support, and we'd appreciate it very much.
And thank you very much.
And before we leave the stage, I wanted to introduce Mr. Stephen Cook, who is a well-known musicologist, I would almost wager, from the Saltwire Network and the Halifax Herald. I'm going to turn it over to Stephen. He's going to be our MC and host for the rest of our portions of the show.
Well, thanks for asking me to take part. This is a great event for a great cause. And, the musicians helping out people in need goes back to, one of your favorite artists, a couple of Beatles, George Harrison in the concert for Bangladesh, and Ringo Starr played that show, and that was sort of kicked off the whole idea of all-star musicians musical benefit shows, and it's something that's been carrying on to this day, and it's a great tradition.
It's fantastic, and we're hoping that everyone will join in and help support both the flood relief on the East Coast and on the West Coast.
Because we're all in this together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hello there, and welcome to the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert. My name is Mark Forsyth, and I'm here at the Hubcast Studios in the Fraser Valley with my co-hosts Jen Moss and Jeff Edwards. And very important, the website to donate to the Canadian Red Cross is floodrelief.ca.
So coming together in times of crisis, that's what Canadians do, right? And we're in fact doing that right now. It's a band of volunteers and musicians on 2 coasts who are asking Canadians like you to donate to the Canadian Red Cross for flood relief.
The images of devastation in BC, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland are beyond dramatic. Pulverized roads, bridges, flooded homes and businesses. Thousands upon thousands of people and animals evacuated, and in some cases, entire towns. Some people in Indigenous communities are trapped with no roads in or out.
Thanks to everybody in the studios at Hubcast over on the left coast. We're here in Halifax. My name is Robert Campbell, and I'm here with Sandra Ruttman and Jason Brown, who are the instigators of this little shindig. And I'm grateful to be here, and thank you to all the artists who are contributing their time and all the volunteers here. And Sandra, how are you doing?
I'm doing Great.
Good.
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's been inspiring to see everybody come together like this for a really important cause. It's easy when we're on our own to feel helpless when all we see is bad news and devastation and sadness. But this is a very easy and practical way to actually do something, to act, and that's by going to our website and donating to the Canadian Red Cross Flood Relief.
The Canadian Red Cross are experts in providing immediate assistance. In some cases, the volunteers are individuals who have experienced this kind of crisis themselves.
And here's some really good news. Until December the 26th this year, the Government of Canada and the Government of British Columbia will each match every dollar donated to the Canadian Red Cross 2021 British Columbia Floods and Extreme Weather Appeal. That means tripling every $1 donated. You can make a huge difference.
And sitting at home watching this on Facebook, don't forget to share this webcast with your friends. Let's raise the profile of the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert. And if you're on YouTube, like and comment. That'll help us get this thing rolling. And should we throw it back to Halifax?
I think so. Let's
Absolutely.
get this party started.
Whew, let's roll.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. And here we are indeed at the Peggy Corcoran once again. And our first artist is Alan Syllaboy, who is a well-known artist, painter, sculptor, and musician. And his first song, Right Now.
This morning with the sun shining in my eyes, looking at the heavens in the clear blue skies. The black night, there's something going on. As soon as I'm ready, I'm going to be gone. Driving down the road, I see the T-Fish coming in sight. The rhythm of the drumming and I'm feeling alright. And the energy all around, the powwow fever, which we died you can hold your mouth. Maui, Omi, Escalante, high, hear the decibels and the stomping on the ground. Indian girls wearing shawls around. Something that made her go and I'm thinking the jazz. The next thing I know, I'm doing the dance. Dancing with my people till the day turns into night. The rhythm of the drumming and I'm feeling alright. And the energy all around, the powwow fever, which we got in the Nogama. Maui, Omi, Escalante, high, high.
So that was Alan Syllaboy from right here in Nova Scotia, and you can check him out on his website. If you go to floodrelief.ca, you can do more than just donate. You can check out all the artists. You can go to the artist page, click into their image, and you will be taken to their website. And there you can find out who they are, what they do, and how you can support them as well. And like them on Facebook and all those other things, the Instagrams and the TikToks. So, floodrelief.ca. And now, I've known Asif Ilyas for a few years since I moved out here. He's played with the band Mir. He's a fantastic composer and songwriter. He has done movies and soundtracks all over the place. So, here he is, Mr. Asif Ilyas.
Once upon a time, I remember as a young child, I'd love to make new footsteps in freshly fallen snow. But now I am much older, a rifle on my shoulder, and every night I dream of the day that I'll go home. Christmas bells are ringing and all the choirs are singing, but now I must go and do what I am told. For when the war is over and your arms are around my shoulders, I can call it Christmas time. Teach my baby girl how to give without receiving. Pray for all these children now without a home. All the needless spending, yeah, that's what I'm defending. Oh, there's no use in pretending it's what we're fighting for. Christmas bells are ringing and all the choirs are singing, but now I must go and do what I am told. For when the war is over and your arms are around my shoulders, I can call it Christmas time. Christmas bells are ringing and all the choirs are singing, but now I must go and do what I am told. For when there's no starvation and peace in every nation, I can call it Christmas time. Once upon a time, I remember as a young child, I'd love to make new footsteps in freshly fallen snow. Thank you. So I really wanted to be part of the live portion, doing this all live here in my little studio room here, but I really wanted to be there with the gang. But I had a lot of crazy family emergencies this week, lots of trips to the emergency room, and with all that's going on, it's been super stressful. I just couldn't make it out for the live event. I was so looking forward to it, but I really want to thank Robert and the crew for putting this together. What an amazing effort, and for all the artists to help out all these people out west. I thought I'd do another song for you. This is an original song I wrote, It's from an album I put out during the pandemic, actually right in the middle of a lockdown. That album is now a year and a half old, so this song I had written for my mother, who's been having lots of health issues and everything as well, and this is a song about helping one another out, and I thought it would be a good song to do for an event like this. So I want to send this out. I hope I make it through after everything I've been through this week. I hope I don't fall apart during this song, but this is a song called On My Way, and I'm sending it out to all the people who are helping everyone get home and dry during this horrible time that we're all going through. And so this is for the flood victims and the people helping them. It's called On My Way. The rain's taken control of me more than it should have been today. I should realize the seasons change. It's just part of the game that we play. I can't believe you stay with me. I know I can be hard to take, no mistake. Guess I would do the same for you. When you need it, I'll be on my way every day. I promise you, I'll be on my way. This changing weather clouds my mind. I've been standing in line for so long. Maybe I will never get to be what I wanted to be, but it's alright. I can't believe you stay with me. I know I can be hard to take, no mistake, no. Guess I would do the same for you. When you need it, I'll be on my way every day. I promise you, I'll be on my way. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't believe you stay with me. I know I can be hard to take, no mistake. I guess I would do anything for you. When you need it, I'll be on my way every day. When you need it, I'll be on my way every day. When you need it, I'll be on my way every day. Thank you.
When it comes to music on the West Coast, Doug Cox really has done it all. He's a record producer, a music instructor, and the longtime artistic director and executive producer of Vancouver Island Music Fest. He's also an incredible blues guitarist and devotee of the dobro. It's a type of resonator guitar. Sean Hall is a half of Harpoonist and the Axe Murderer, a blues duo known for their powerhouse live shows. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Cox.
I'm Doug Cox from Vancouver Island. And who are you?
I'm Sean Hall from Vancouver Island, aka the Rusty Boat, aka the Harpoonist.
It's cold here, but it's not raining, which is really unusual. We're on Salt Spring Island, where we just played a triumphant gig last night. And we're here to say we hope you will donate some money to the flood relief for the people of, I think, most of the interior of BC. Although your basement got flooded, didn't it?
My basement got flooded, but I'm one of the lucky ones. But to all the folks that lost their way of living, lost their homes, please donate, because this is a gosh darn real thing that's affected many of us out here.
Doug Cox and Sean Hall are incredible blues musicians in BC. This is the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert.
Next, we have Morgan Toney and Keith Mullins. I've seen Keith play everything from guitar to drums to the kitchen sink. And when COVID shut the world down, Keith focused on producing albums at his studio in Baddeck on Cape Breton Island, here in Nova Scotia. He recently recorded an album for Morgan Toney. Morgan is a 23-year-old Indigenous fiddler and singer from Wagmatcook. Morgan combines his love of Cape Breton Celtic and his Mi'kmaq roots, resulting in a style he likes to call Mi'kmaltic. Morgan is a music ambassador for the Gord Downie and Cheney Wenjack Fund. Here they are, Morgan Toney, Keith Mullins.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This is Unamagi, or Cape Breton. And we're going to play a song for you that was played before European settlers came over. And this is a tune that we modernized and made it our own. This is the Gojua.
1, 2, 3, 4. Navigati din testamenti sukwati, Tropicati din testamenti sukwati. Navigati din testamenti sukwati, Tropicati din testamenti sukwati. Now let's get off, he's a stereo, let's get off, he's a stereo, let's get off, he's a stereo, let's get off, he's a stereo. Gojua, 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 Gojua. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tropicati din testamenti sukwati. Navigati din testamenti sukwati. Tropicati din testamenti sukwati. Now Tedeschido, he's a stereo. Tedeschido, he's a stereo. Tedeschido, he's a stereo. Tedeschido, he's a stereo. Gojua, 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 Gojua. Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gojua, Inna Gojua, Inna Gojua, Inna Gojua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gojua, Inna. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inna Gojua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna Gedua, Inna
go jua, inna go jua, inna go jua, inna go jua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna go jua, inna go jua, inna go jua, inna go jua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna gedua, inna go jua, inna. Is a song that me and Keith written together, and it's called Imsit Nogama. And Imsit Nogama translates to all of my relations. So it is an important phrase that the Mi'kmaq people use here after every prayer and after every speech. So we're sending this one out to you guys here today. It's called Imsit Nogama. We look to the Great Spirit for guidance to walk in harmony, to conquer our enemies. The greatest ones are within you, see. Let my soul take in the beauty of the day and the sun going down. So when my life is at its end, I may leave a this message to send. Him sit Nogama for all the life, the trees, the air. Him sit Nogama. This is how we end our prayer. Him sit Nogama for all the life, the trees, the air. Him sit Nogama. This is how we end our prayer. Sit Nogama for all the life, the trees, the air. Him sit Nogama. This is how we end our prayer. Him sit Nogama for all the life, the trees, the air. Him sit Nogama. This is how we end our prayer. Way high, hey ho. Way high. Hey ho, way high, hey ho. That was Imsit Nogama.
Steve Dawson and Alison Russell have both spent time in the Lower Mainland of British Columbia. Alison is from Montreal, and she came to Vancouver and played with Fear of Drinking and Po Girl, and then with Birds of Chicago. Now a Nashville-based breakout solo artist, Alison Russell is going into the 2022 Grammy Awards with 3 nominations, including Americana Album of the Year for her album Outside Child. Now, also currently in Nashville, Steve Dawson is a Canadian producer, guitarist, and lap steel player who captured a Juno Award with the Great Uncles of the Revolution and another with Zubat and Dawson. Steve has also worked extensively with Alison Russell and is the owner of the label Black Hen Music. So clearly, they both remember their BC roots. Here is Alison Russell and Steve Dawson.
blood on my shirt, 2 red buttons might have killed me that time. Oh, if I'd let him, he's slow and he's drunk and he lost his grip on me. Now I'm running down La Rue Saint-Paul, trying to get out from the weight of it all. Can't flag a car, I know it won't stop. I go see Persephone. Tap, tap, tapping on your window screen. Gotta let me in, Persephone. Got nowhere to go, but I had to get away from him. Oh, my petals are bruised, but I'm still a flower. Come running to you in the violet hour. Put your skinny arms around me, let me taste your skin. Mouth to mouth, mouth to flower, salty sweet, you give me power. I feel you shake under my lips, your fingers tender, find my secrets. Don't make a sound, don't cry out loud. Your parents are sleeping just above. I kiss you once, I kiss you twice. Fall asleep looking in each other's eyes. Tap, tap, tapping on your window screen. Gotta let me in, Persephone. Got nowhere to go, but I had to get away from him. Oh, my petals are bruised, but I'm still a flower. Come running to you in the violet hour. Put your skinny arms around me, let me taste your skin. Light on your shoulder, light on your cheek, light telling me it's time to leave. The birds are calling to the morning, your parents' feet above the stair. I kiss your belly before I go. Climb back out of your basement window, back to the cold spot, back to the hard life, back to the harsh bright street. Tap, tap, tapping on your window screen. Gotta let me in, Persephone. Got nowhere to go, but I had to get away from him. Oh, my petals are bruised, but I'm still a flower. Come running to you in the violet hour. Put your skinny arms around me, let me taste your skin. Oh, my petals are bruised, but I'm still a flower. Come running to you in the violet hour. Put your skinny arms around me, let me taste your skin. Mr. Steve Dawson, I'm Allison Russell, and we are really proud to be here supporting the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert tonight. And I hope that you can all donate generously, because tonight BC donations are going to be tripled by the BC provincial government and the federal government. So it's going to really help all the folks who are just struggling through these incredibly, incredibly tough times. Just sending so much love to you all. And
you can support through the Canadian Red Cross.
Yes.
So please do that as
Yes.
much as you can.
Please, please,
We would
please.
appreciate it, and so would the people all around BC that have been affected
Yeah.
by the flooding.
Yeah. We're going to play you another tune here, and then the next wonderful artist will take over. But we just want to send out so much love and strength and just a reminder that you're not alone. You're never ever alone. And we are literally in this thing together.
It's been a while since Ali and I both lived in BC, but we both
Yeah.
did live in BC.
Yeah, for a long time. I started my music career there, and Steve was one of the first people to give me gigs back in the day in Vancouver and at the South Hill Candy Shop and the Vogue Theatre.
Everyone should have given you gigs.
But yeah, just sending. We have a lot of family, a lot of friends, just a lot of dear, dear folks close to our hearts in BC, and
Indeed.
yeah, sending so much just love and fortitude, resilience. We love y'all. This is called You're Not Alone, and You're Not. In a little evening star, how bright you are. Anywhere you go, you're not alone. Rocks and bugs and angels, every little shiny thing. Anywhere you go, you're not alone. You're the North Star and the compass, always finding something wondrous. Anywhere you go, you're not alone. Wish that I could keep you from sorrow and harm. None of us is here for long, but you're not alone. In the cradle of the circle, all the worlds that came before you. Their strength is yours now. You're not alone. In the cradle of the circle, all the ones who came before you. But their strength is yours now. You're not alone. Sparrows in the morning, crows at dusk, singing with your daddy. We have love. We have love. We have love. We have love. You're not alone. famille. La musique nous réunit, de la Louisiane au sans souci. Tigalam, tigali, on arrive, une famille. And I live inside how bright you are. You're not alone. We have love. We have love. We have love. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Steve Dawson, I'm
Allison
Allison Russell. Please support the flood relief efforts generously if you can.
Through the Canadian Red Cross Flood Relief. Do it.
Do it.
Thanks, everybody.
A beautiful performance from Allison Russell and Steve Dawson from all the way down in Nashville. Don't forget to make your donation now to floodrelief.ca. All proceeds go to the Canadian Red Cross Flood Relief Fund.
I'm down here on Cannery Row, which is like basically the title of my favorite John Steinbeck novel. And it's also the name of this fantastic band fronted by Gary Comeau. Gary Comeau is a truly bi-coastal individual. He was born in Nova Scotia and has French-Acadian roots. He spent decades on the West Coast, lucky us. But you'd be forgiven if you thought maybe he was from New Orleans, and when you hear the music, it'll all make sense. You guys don't specifically call yourselves Zydeco artists, but definitely there's a spirit of Zydeco and blues and Cajun music running up through the music, you know, by way of Nova Scotia, I guess. And what I love about this band is they always get everyone up and moving. So shake it out, people. Take it away, Cannery Row.
Oh, thank you so much. This tune put together a while ago. This tune called "Going to New Orleans." Go like this right here.
Oh, kiss me now, I'm on the right track. Don't tell your mama it might blow a stack. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back. Come on, baby, put your pretty dress on. We're leaving in a minute, we've been here too long. Out to St. Louis and to Memphis too. Into Louisiana about an hour or two. We're gonna New Orleans, I ain't coming back again. Oh, kiss me now, I'm on the right track. Don't tell your mama it might blow her stack. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back. Yeah, the mighty Mississippi, she's a deep and wide. Ride the night as she rolls on by. Though the both of us are meant to fare, drink a hurricane and you go whichever. Gonna New Orleans, I ain't coming back again. Oh, kiss me now, I'm on the right track. I don't tell your mama it might blow her stack. I'm gonna New Orleans, I ain't coming back. Head on up to Sadmore Park. Don't be hanging around there after dark now. Gets crazy if you know what I mean. Congo Square down in New Orleans, I ain't coming back again. Oh, kiss me now, I'm on the right track. Don't tell your mama it might blow her stack. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back again. Oh, kiss me now, I'm on the right track. Don't tell your mama it might blow her stack. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back. I'm going to New Orleans, I ain't coming back. I'm gonna, yeah, I ain't coming back. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. Yeah. All right.
The devastation is so huge. So many families that have been impacted, and without you, we wouldn't be able to help them. Thank you so very much.
The music of Harry Manx has been described as mystic sippy. He's known for blending East and West, mixing traditional roots and blues with classical Indian ragas. Harry studied under Vishwa Mohan Bhatt, the inventor of a 20-stringed instrument called the Mohan Veena in India. And that instrument has become an essential element of Harry's incredible and unique sound. Here he is, Harry Manx.
What is this that I can't see? And the cold mist is running over me. Well, it stretch my eyes, wanna stretch my limbs. Ain't that the way that death begins now? Now, oh, death, death be easy now. Be easy, child. Oh, death, pass me over for another year, I swear. Another year, no. Another year. Another year. Order, yeah, you were a flower, will make death come and cut you down, oh, so soon, child. You were a flower, will make death come, I swear now. Cut you down, well, oh, so soon, you know. Oh, death, death be easy, Lord. Death be easy now. Oh, death, pass me over for another year, I swear. Oh, death, death be easy, death be easy, child. Oh, death, pass me over for another year, I swear.
Greetings, here's Harry Manx. I wish everyone well during this time of the floods, and I hope everyone is safe and warm in the season to come. Stay well. Best to you.
And thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure to play for you. I sincerely mean that. Thank you. Very good.
The heavens open up every time she smiles. When I'm with her, oh, that's where I belong. Now I'm running to her like a river rolling strong. Won't you get my love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love, she give me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love. Got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling down. You know I'm running to her when the sun goes round. Take away my troubles, yeah, she gonna take away my grief. Take away my heartaches, oh, on a night like this. Yeah, she gave me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love, she gave me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love. And I need her in the morning, and I need her late at night. Oh, I'm gonna wrap my loving arms around her, well, well, well now, and kiss and hug and hold her tight. When I'm returning and I feel so far away, she bring me sunshine, yeah, she gonna brighten up my day and make me happy, oh yeah, don't you? Make me whole, make me righteous, oh, right down to my soul. Yeah, she gave me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love, she give me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love, won't you give me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Crazy love, she give me love, oh love, oh love, yeah, I know. Oh, oh, crazy love.
Good night. Thank you all very much.
Thank you all.
That was Harry Manx, an award-winning musician right here in Vancouver. And this is the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert, a fundraiser for flood relief after the devastating floods that have hit both coasts in the last month. All the funds raised here go to the Canadian Red Cross for their ongoing flood relief work in those regions. To donate, please go to floodrelief.ca and make sure to share this on social media too. That's floodrelief.ca.
Our next artists were winners of 3 Music Newfoundland Awards, Group of the Year, Folk Roots Artist of the Year, and Entertainer of the Year. They also made the shortlist for the Borealis Music Awards. Here they are, Newfoundland's most famous Ukrainian band, the Cuba Sonics.
This next song, just to let you know what it's about. A young man goes to work for the rich farmer in his neighborhood. He works all summer, and when he goes to collect his pay at the end of the year, the farmer's taking off deductions for room and board and equipment and all kinds of other things, and the guy's left with just enough money to buy himself one chicken. He goes back to work for the next summer, and he makes enough money to buy himself one duck, a little duck. The third summer, he could buy himself a goose. The third summer, he buys a turkey. After the fifth summer, he buys himself a ram with curly horns. It has something wrong with its leg, so he gets it for cheap. After the sixth summer, he buys a calf with a crooked tail. And after 7 long years of working on that farm, he finally has enough money to take a girl out on a date. The problem is, they go out on their date, the girl gets drunk, she falls down, bumps her head, passes out, and he's left to party with his animals. I don't...
Kalina, 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 Chubarigi Chupchiki Kalina, 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 Chubarigi Chupchiki Kalina. Там дівчина ходила, 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 Chubarigi Chupchiki ходила, 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 Chubarigi Chupchiki ходила. Ламала, цвіть калини ламала, 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 Чубарики чубчики ламала, 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 Чубарики чубчики ламала. Тайна хлопці моргала, тайна хлопці моргала, 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 Чубарики чубчики моргала, 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 Чубарики чубчики моргала.
Wow, this is the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert coming to you on Facebook and YouTube. That was Kubasonics from Newfoundland. I'm Jeff Edwards in the Fraser Valley in British Columbia. Now, if you are watching this on YouTube, or maybe you're watching it on Facebook, don't forget to like, comment, and share the broadcast with your friends. That's going to help raise it in those algorithms and get this concert with all these dedicated musicians exposed to more people. So don't forget to do that. Another responsibility you have as a viewer is to go to floodrelief.ca and just give whatever you can to help the Canadian Red Cross provide the services to all these people who are suffering the difficulties from this devastating flood in British Columbia and in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia.
Welcome back to the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert, and Calgary's Matt Masters is an artist who is no stranger to adversity. In the past decade alone, Matt lost his father. He had his house broken into while he and his pregnant wife and child were home. He had throat surgery and was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. But Matt really isn't one to let those setbacks slow him down. He's toured with the Caribou Express, a holiday train that raises funds for charity. And during COVID, he founded Curbside Concerts, which delivered safe live music to communities across the country and kept musicians working. And earlier this year, he released Everybody Loves a Winner, his first full-length album in a decade. Here he is.
Mount Alberta to Pincher Creek, those mountain streams were at their peak from 3 straight weeks of non-stop heavy rain. The Centennial swell came flooding down the foothills through the prairie towns, Black Diamond, High River got washed out. Farmers need moisture, you know, but they don't need floods. It's worse than snow. It carries all the topsoil away. And topsoil isn't all that got took when the rivers grew from babbling brooks. Took people's fences, trailers, homes, and dreams. The centennial swell came flooding down the foothills through prairie towns. The centennial swell came flooding down prairie towns. Mayor Bronco up in Calgary declared civic state of emergency for the first time in the city's history. Saskatchewan, Bow and Red Deer were swelling, and the crest was near sandbagging. Was the order from the town. Thousands of evacuees, they volunteered or were forced to flee. The centennial swell is flooding the prairie. The centennial swell is flooding down the foothills through the prairie towns. The centennial swell came flooding down the prairie towns. The centennial swell came flooding down the foothills through the prairie towns. The centennial swell came flooding down the prairie towns. Hi there, I'm Matt Masters coming to you from a basement here on Treaty 7 territory in Mohkinstsis, and I'm honored to be part of this event. And I want to just take a moment to share that I also was a flood evacuee when the Calgary floods hit us in 2013. I remember the cops coming to our door at 1 a.m. and saying, "Take your 1-year-old baby and get out of here because there's water coming." And I remember being frightened by that. And I'm lucky because our family had I stayed at my mom's place with our family. And I just want to say that on behalf of Calgarians, we are with you, and there's a place for you here if you can get here, if you need help, and just hang in there, because it's not easy being evacuated and scared, and it's okay to feel scared, but know that the community is there with you, and the whole country's with you too. This next song here is an old Matt Masters song about making decisions. Probably having to make some right now. Standing at a crossroads divided. I'm standing at a crossroads divided. You're 2 blocks north of me with some other fella I never seen. Standing crossroads divided. I'm standing at a crossroads feeling empty, knowing in my heart, I love you plenty. You might love me some, standing at a crossroads divided. here I am, standing this crossroads feeling mighty divided. Is it really even living? Is it living if I'm scared of trying? Do I keep my options open? Or do I go and work something that's broken? Lord, I'm standing at a crossroads divided. Yes, I'm standing at a crossroads divided. I am standing at a crossroads divided. You might love me some, and you might love me none. So I'm standing at a crossroads. Thanks.
That was Matt Masters from Calgary. And don't forget, we're raising funds for flood relief on both coasts. All proceeds go to the Canadian Red Cross and will be directed to flood relief in British Columbia and on the East Coast. And you can specify where you want your funds to go. To donate, please go to floodrelief.ca and make sure to share that website with everyone you know.
Hi, and welcome back to the fabulous Music Room here in Halifax on the East Coast in Nova Scotia. My name is Stephen Cook, and I'm a multimedia journalist with the Saltwire Network and the Chronicle Herald. And I have the distinct pleasure of introducing the fabulous Brooklyn Blackmore and guitarist Chris Iannetti, who are going to play a couple of tunes, and we'll be right back after this.
Red roses on the dashboard, radio bumping in your old Ford F-150 speeding us out of town. Hands flying out them windows, shotgun riding. That's how we roll, bonfire burning bright as the sun goes down. Put this moment on a canvas, keep it forever somehow. Light it up, fall in love, for the feeling. Summer nights, small town highs, just 18 and too young to worry about tomorrow, but we'll get it right. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky, every star fills the dark like a candle, shining gold hand to hold down a back road. Morning fades the memory, but not this time. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Ooh. Satellites falling, make a wish, wrapped in your arms for a midnight kiss, leaning on a tailgate, watching the sparks shoot high. It's a masterpiece we'll keep for the rest of our lives. Light it up, fall in love, for the feeling. Summer nights, small town highs, just 18 and too young to worry about tomorrow, but we'll get it right. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky, every star fills the dark like a candle, shining gold hand to hold down a back road. about tomorrow, but we'll get it right. Every star fills the dark like a candle, shining gold, hand to hold down a back road. Morning fades to memory, but not this time. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Yeah. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky.
Hey guys, my name is Brooklyn Blackmore, and I'm so happy to be here today. My heart goes out to all the victims of the floods out in BC, and thank you to Chris for being here with me today.
It's been a lot of fun hearing your songs show up through my inbox and hearing them through YouTube and through some other online sources, and it's great to finally meet you in person.
Thank you so much.
It's sad that it's for a cause, but it's great that you could come out and help out today.
Absolutely.
And it was very exciting to hear you were writing with Aaron Goodvin, a really major Canadian country music talent.
Yeah, he's been my biggest inspiration for the longest time, so to be able to actually talk to him and write with him has been crazy.
What do you learn from writing with a guy like that?
So much. Like, he is just like a master. We did it all over Zoom. He's just so quick. Like, he brings up a title and then he'll just start playing something. He gets riffs going. He has all these crazy ideas. Like, it's just unlike anything I've ever done before, really.
And he's got a great sense of humor, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And he's so humble. Like, he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. I got to meet him down at the CCMAs this year, so he's very, very kind.
Well, that sounds like a real highlight of even though we've been having this crazy up and down kind of year, you've been having a pretty great year with collaborating with people like that and putting out singles and getting lots of award nominations and stuff like that. Has it been a good 2021 for you?
It has been, yeah. It's been pretty crazy, but it's been really exciting for my career, and I'm excited for next year to see what it holds.
Well, I'm sure it holds a lot going by the songs that we've heard today. And I understand you have some more music for us coming right up.
I do, yeah. This next one is called Quit You, and it was the first song I ever wrote, and I wrote it with Bria Isabel when I went to NSCC.
You're here when I wake up, you're here when I sleep. You follow me around like a ghost that I can't see. It's easier to lie than face the truth. There's a part of you in everything I do. Try and try to make these feelings fade. But I need you like the blood running through my veins. How am I gonna quit you? How am I gonna quit you? Two beating hearts in the dark when the night is through. How am I gonna quit you? Program ain't enough. When you're on my mind, I'm out of touch. The bottle won't fill this emptiness. It only numbs the pain inside my head. Time ain't on our side, but we both know. quit you? Am I gonna quit you? Two beating birds in the dark when the night is through. Am I gonna quit you?
So Brooklyn Blackmore, fantastic, isn't she? And here we are at the Peggy Corkum, and don't forget you can text, and the text BC Floods, that word, BC Floods, all one word, to 30333 if you want to donate to the BC Flood Relief, and that's tripling your dollars. Or go to floodrelief.ca and you can click there to choose either the emergency funds out here on the East Coast or the BC Flood Relief.
I'm Mark Forsyth on the other side of the country in Surrey here in the beautiful Fraser Valley. And we are going to continue this wonderful concert with Iamalexcuba, who is no stranger to success. Cuban-Canadian singer-songwriter known for his incredible mix of styles. He does pop, he does soul, Latin, and jazz. That's just naming a few. He's become a huge favorite right across Canada, and he does all of this from wonderful Smithers in the Bulkley Valley. That's a creative place to be. He has won 2 Junos as well as 4 Latin Grammys. He's been nominated for 3 Grammys. Now he's headed back to the Grammys just because last month his album Mendo was nominated for Best Latin Pop Album. Alex recorded the album himself, and it includes collaborations with fellow Grammy winner Lila Downs, as well as famous flamenco artist Antonio Carmona. Alex has also worked with a 13-piece horn band from his native country of Cuba. Here he is, Iamalexcuba.
De alguna mujer bonita se forjaron mis senderos. De alguna mujer bonita se forjaron mis senderos. Caminando en noche blanca con la luna ya en el cielo. Mi sombra no me dio miedo, mi sombra no me dio miedo. Y ahora soy un hombre nuevo. Cualquier pajarito canta cuando ve la primavera. Cualquier pajarito canta cuando ve la primavera. Pone fuerza en su garganta que ha dormido desde enero. Si el canto le alcanza el fuego, si el canto le alcanza el fuego, hoy será un pájaro nuevo. La luz que el planeta palpa disfrazada de lucero. La luz que el planeta palpa disfrazada de lucero. Vaga quitándose el velo a besar una montaña. Sabiendo que si le engaña, sabiendo que si le engaña, hoy será un lucero nuevo. De todo lo malo viene algo triste y algo bueno. De todo lo malo viene algo triste y algo bueno. Solo encontrará consuelo quien entendido lo tiene. Cuando la verdad se muere, cuando la verdad se muere, es que nace un mundo nuevo. Cuando la verdad se muere, cuando la verdad se muere, es que nace un mundo nuevo. Hello everybody, my name is Alex Cuba, and I am very happy to be here today helping the Canadian Red Cross flood relief raise some funds for the many folks affected by the floods in BC. Please donate today, donate generously. There is a lot of people needing help. Por consecuencia del amor, somos lo mismo que al final, sin ser igual, siempre nos vamos a encontrar al despertar, el mismo cielo, el mismo sol. Aún no he podido averiguar si es un cumplido natural el germinar o algún deseo celestial que vino a dar a la vejez la juventud. Razón de mis sueños que van donde no comprendo por consecuencia del amor. Nos conocimos una vez, tú y yo, algo que nunca pude ver. Hoy quiere ser la más concéntrica canción. Razón de mis sueños que van donde no comprendo por consecuencia del amor. Nos conocimos una vez, tú y yo, algo que nunca pude ver. Hoy quiere ser la más concéntrica canción. Algo que nunca pude ver, hoy quiere ser la más concéntrica canción. Algo que nunca pude ver, hoy quiere ser la más concéntrica canción.
Alex Cuba, he is amazing and based in Smithers, British Columbia. Good luck to Alex at the Grammys coming up in January. You're watching the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert. It's a fundraiser for flood relief in Abbotsford, British Columbia, into the interior regions too, and the East Coast in Newfoundland and in Nova Scotia. All funds raised go to the Canadian Red Cross for their ongoing flood relief efforts. And to donate, go to floodrelief.ca and make sure you share that on social media too. That's floodrelief.ca.
Welcome back to the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert. So glad you're here. Don't forget, the reason you're here is to be entertained, but also to help and to donate. So that's floodrelief.ca, and all the other details should be going across the bottom of your screen. So please don't waste time, don't wait. Get out there and donate. We really appreciate every penny, and the government's matching it, don't forget. So listen, not every Canadian will recognize instantly the name Bill Henderson. But if you say, gone, 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 she's been gone so long, an entire generation of Canadians will know exactly who you're talking about. That's because Bill is lead singer and guitarist with the band Chilliwack, and their 1981 song, My Girl, Gone, 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 was a huge hit. But that definitely was not the only high point of Henderson's career. Bill has produced many, many hits. He won a Juno for Producer of the Year and a Genie for Best Original Song. He was even musical director for the Canadian edition of Sesame Street, which is amazing. So Bill went on to become a director of the Canadian Association of Recording Arts and Sciences, as well as president of the Songwriters Association of Canada. And he's a member of the Order of Canada. So in other words, in Canada, he's a big deal. Bill continues to tour and perform, and so without further ado, he's joining us today. Everybody, welcome Bill Henderson.
West Coast to the East Coast, we all got things going on and we're all trying to deal with it, and it's okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it fine. It's gonna get worse and we're still gonna make it. Okay, and we're gonna do that by taking care of each other. Just a little bit more now. Yeah. If orcas survive in the Salish Sea, it ain't gonna hurt no economy. If water and air are fresh and clean, it won't take a job from a working man now. All right, we're gonna make it all right. Gonna think about each other just a little bit more now. Sun, rain and wind and wild ones feel my heart both so strong. My love for you goes on and on and on. Yes it does, yes it does. Things are heating up, there's not much time. Don't let the pressure pollute your mind. Love and care are number one. Let's keep our hearts open while we get the job done now. All right. We're gonna make it all right. Just a little bit more now. Someone to see us fight, complain about the wrongs and preach about the right, but I feel your heart holding on. We've been friends for so long, for so long. So little by little and slow by slow, we soon find out what we already know. You and me ain't so far apart. We got peace in our minds. Let's put a little love in our hearts now. All right. Yeah, we're gonna make it all right. We're gonna think about each other just a little bit more now. the truth.
That was Bill Henderson, legendary Canadian musician, music producer, industry leader, and of course, lead singer and guitarist with the band Chilliwack. So you're listening and watching the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert, a fundraiser for flood relief in BC and out on the East Coast. To donate, please go to floodrelief.ca and make sure to tell all your friends about this show because, first of all, it's fun, and secondly, we want to float those boats and raise those dollars.
Just wanted to thank everybody across Canada and beyond that so generously supported the work that we're doing here trying to help people.
I just want to thank you, every one of you.
Welcome back to the Halifax portion of the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert. I hope everyone's enjoying the music and also donating generously to floodrelief.ca for the Red Cross on both coasts here across the country. And we have with us today from Windsor, Nova Scotia, driving in all the way to Halifax and here at the Peggy Corkum Music Room, Tara Spencer. And I understand you're going to sing a song from another part of the province or inspired by another part of the province, and that is Lunenburg Moon.
Yeah, that's right. I thought I'd play a little maritime waltz for folks across the country. Thank you so much for tuning into this show and supporting this wonderful cause.
Well, I've heard this song in Lunenburg on the fabulous Lunenburg Bandstand, so right. I'm delighted to hear it again here in the music room.
Sure.
Take it away, Tara.
Thank you. Church glowing golden, I remember your smile and the echo of footsteps as we met in the aisle, and the music was gentle, but it lifted us high. It was just an old folk song, but it still made me cry. We went to a party with some friends down the street. The wine kept on flowing as we followed our feet to a house on the hillside while the town was asleep. Every step on the staircase had a secret to keep. All the words I remember, and I remember too. At the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. Your hand I was holding, my heart skipping beats in the bed of a captain with sails for its sheets, and the music was quiet, just whispers and waves. In the darkness we drifted, two souls to be saved. All the words I remember, and I remember the two. the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. Now you're far from the harbor, and the ship has sailed on, and the shore winds blow colder the longer you're gone. And I wait by the window, and I watch the snow fly, and you're miles from the ocean with no moon in the sky. All the words I remember, and I remember the tune at the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. At the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight and tuning in to the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert with musicians across the country from coast to coast. Please do send in your donations. You can go to www.floodrelief.ca, and every donation is appreciated.
And we're back with Tara Spencer, and she has put the guitar aside, moved over to the fabulous Steinway. I'm guessing you don't get to play one of these very often.
No, no. What would be a good Steinway? It's my way or the Steinway.
That works perfectly. Tell me about your next song.
Sure. I'm going to play a song off a pandemic project, a winter record called Chasing Rabbits. And this is a song inspired by my family encouraging me to be brave and leave home for the first time. It's called Training to Fly.
Terrific. Well, I'm going to fly out of here so you can let your fingers fly on the keys of the Steinway. Thanks, Tara. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you. Look overhead in the morning to the families of Canada geese in the gray autumn sky. They are training to fly, broken V's, incomplete victories. And today, as I make my way homeward, I think of the snowbirds that sing. Sometimes I can't tell if I am still in my shell, or if I have started stretching my wings. But I feel the wind pushing forward. I feel the pull of the sky. The fear and the freedom of a free falling bird that's been waiting and training to fly. Thought I would like my mother. Her babies kept safe in the nest, with no thoughts in her mind to leave them behind. Every day she gave them her best, but a nest isn't made for forever. And my babies, I want you to know that it's good to be grown and choose paths of your own and be brave wherever you go. 'Cause I feel the wind pushing forward, I feel the pull of the sky, the fear and the freedom of a free falling bird that's been waiting and training to fly. Pushing forward, oh, I feel the pull of the sky, the fear and the freedom of a free falling bird that's been waiting and training to fly. Oh, I've been waiting and training to fly. Thank you.
So that was Tara Spencer from Halifax. Thanks so much to her. And we're back at Hubcast Studios in the Fraser Valley. I'm Jen Moss. And I just want to remind you, you can go to floodrelief.ca, or you can text BC Floods at 30333, or you can old-fashioned pick up the phone at 1-800-418-111. That's 1-800-418-1111.
James Keelahan hails from Perth, Ontario. He's been called the Poet Laureate by some, and he has 9 albums to his credit. He's gathered up his share of nominations and awards, including the Canadian Junos, and receives acclaim from here to Australia to Scandinavia. Here he is, Mr. James Keelahan.
Hi, I'm James Keelahan. I'm coming to you from the little town of Perth in eastern Ontario. But I'm originally from Alberta, and I've driven Highway number 1 in the Coquihalla so many times that I can't even remember how many times. And of course visited Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, and I'm just feeling for all of my brothers and sisters in those two areas. So I got a couple of songs for tonight's effort, and I hope you give generously. The website where you can give donations is www.floodrelief.ca, and there's a link around here somewhere for that. And I'll start with this one.
hard ramble, an endless roam by a twisted road. I came back home, but the town I loved was there no more. Gone now the things that were there before. The hills I roamed when I was small, covered by houses and shopping malls. All the talk was of buy and sell. They thought living high was living well. Thought they were living well. Mother and father are both now gone. Brothers and the sisters, they are carrying on, trying their oars in different waters, looking out for their sons and daughters, turn their hearts to the days ahead. Used to think of themselves, but now instead they think of the things our parents taught us. Said, blow, blow, you winds of change, knock me down and I'll rise again. Come, come, the gathering storm, trust in love and do no harm. Live it fearless and live it proud. Tell the truth and don't dumb it down. And don't bow down to the powers that be. They wouldn't have power but for you and me. And if the times ahead get rough, don't ever cry all or cry enough. Just remember the things your parents taught you. Said, blow, blow, you winds of change, knock me down and I'll rise again. Come, come, the gathering storm, trust in love and do no harm. So blow, blow, you winds of change, knock me down and I'll rise again. Come, come, the gathering storm, trust in love and do no harm. The Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert live stream has been put together by volunteers from coast to coast to support the Canadian Red Cross BC Flood Relief Fund and the Canadian Red Cross Nova Scotia and Newfoundland Emergency Relief Fund. And if you can help out in any way possible, you can send donations to foodrelief.ca. There's a link around here somewhere. And just very happy to add my voice and to tell everybody to take care. And towards that end, here's a song about that. If I don't write or I don't call, don't mean I don't miss you at all. The road is long, the road is hard. I'd rather be in your backyard. Time enough for you and me. Friends drop by and family. Wish them all good luck. Safe home. when I wake well past dawn. Time to move this day along. Check the oil and fill her up. The morning news, a coffee cup. Gypsy souls and refugees, cars on the road and ships at sea. Wish them all good luck, safe home. When I've gone, I think you'll find that sometimes I might come to mind. When that happens, might I presume you'll imagine me there in your room. Tell me all about your day, who you saw and what they say. Whisper soft goodnight, safe home, safe home, safe home.
The Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert rolls on, and Sherry Ulrich is with us next. She may have been born in California, but most people know her as a quintessential British Columbia artist. Back in the 70s, she was a member of the legendary trio Pied Pumpkin. When she struck out on her own, that was a good move. She landed 2 Junos. She wrote for Sesame Street and composed music for several TV networks, too. And in the late 80s, she formed the folk music group UHF with Bill Henderson of Chilliwack and Roy Forbes. She's also hosted TV shows and taught songwriting and performed in musicals. And fortunately, she is still performing to this day. And she's also been involved with many causes like this. We really appreciate her contribution and that of all of the musicians today. Sherry Ulrich is going to perform for us right now.
In the gold autumn dusk I go walking, watch the swallows as they dive and they swirl. Don't think I never ever knew how much I needed you, till the bottom fell out of the world. I've been clicking through time like a slow train, can't say why I love riding along. These dark days pass, it's when you make me laugh. There's no better time that I know. Lost or found, or far away from me, calling. Or find the words you cannot say. What's in their hearts and mine, 'cause there's no better time than right now. Lost or found, alone you'll catch me falling. Seems today is a good day to tell you, and I found the best way I know how. I always know when it's right, when it makes me cry, and there's no better time than right now. With you on the line, to know that you're fine, there's no better time than right now.
Sherry Ulrich and Cindy Fairbank, and No Better Time. And we're going to take a couple of minutes to talk to Sherry about why we're here, which is the level of devastation on the East Coast and the West Coast is really difficult to get your brain around sometimes. But this is a way that you can help by contributing to the Canadian Red Cross and their relief efforts. But Sherry, I remember when I was working at CBC Radio, talking to you on the phone when you were touring up in the Yellowhead region around McBride, but I'm guessing that you've been to many of these places that have been flooded or evacuated, like Merritt and Princeton. So what's gone through your mind as you've seen what's happened there and what's happened to people?
It really is unfathomable. I mean, you get a sense from the pictures, which is so startling. But you can't equate your experience with being in that town with what you're seeing. And of course, that does not begin to compare with what it must be like to have your home underwater and see everything that you've been living with and for and be drowned.
And possibly your livelihood with the farmers losing animals and people losing jobs. And I guess musicians can relate to that too, can't they, given what's happened over the last couple of years with the pandemic. So what keeps you going musically?
Well, music.
And, yeah?
Music does, and it's the one thing that I feel like I can contribute in some way is respite for people, for comfort, for escape, for whatever they need to use it for. And of course, in a situation like this, I'm so grateful that there's a way that I can make this contribution through everybody being here, this whole initiative that's happened. So I really appreciate being able to play a part.
Have you been writing through these times of heat domes and floods?
Yes, I have. And of course, I come from the 60s and 70s, and where social comment was huge in the songwriting in the folk world and pop world. And we've gone away from that a bit, but I think it's definitely coming back. We need to write about what we're experiencing and try and inspire change.
Well, you're moving people to donate today, which is wonderful. And just before your next song, perhaps you could tell us about your collaboration with Cindy.
Oh, Cindy. Cindy and I both live on Bowen Island. And
Lucky you, both.
Yes, we discovered each other kind of by accident. And she's also the music teacher at our local primary school, and graduated from McGill, as did my daughter Julia, who often plays with us. And so we're just so grateful to have found each other, and I love playing with her so much.
It's wonderful hearing you together. So next song we're going to hear is Love Is Everything, Sherry Ulrich and Cindy Fairbank.
There's a rising sun on an empty bed. Seems you couldn't sleep, I guess. That worried heart, that busy head, the words you never said. Everything that hurts leaves a mark. Some are wounds and some are scars. Some we bear to light the dark. They're all part of who we are. And I know you feel so lonely, adrift without a boat. When everything is sinking, love will stay afloat. We never know how deep the blue, how long the night for getting through. When you need me and I need you, Love is what we do, and still you can feel so lost and lonely, adrift without a boat. When everything is sinking, love will stay afloat. A nervous boy on bended knee, an open door to a refugee. The world is made of many things called love. Love is what the neighbors bring. It lifts us up and it makes me sing. Love is what tomorrow brings. Love is everything. Love is what you mean to me. Oh, love is everything. Love is everything. Oh, love is everything. Love is everything.
Welcome back to the Music Room in Halifax, and next up, it is my extreme pleasure to introduce one of the greatest new songwriting talents we have, straight out of the cultural hotbed of North Preston, and fresh from the Boston tree lighting ceremony, it's Keontae Beals.
I was born by the river, yeah, Littleton, oh, like that river I've been running. See, ever since it's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. And see, I go to the movies, then I go downtown. People keep telling me no, Keontae, don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gotta come. Oh, yes it will. See, then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he only winds up like me, yeah. See, back down, back down, back down on my knees. So there's been time
found strength to carry on. Hands in the long time coming, but I know, change gonna come. Oh yes, it will.
Well, Keontae, that was terrific. Sam Cooke is my favorite singer of all time. No lie, no relation. And that was a terrific rendition of probably his greatest song, his most meaningful song. So thank you very much for bringing that along today, especially for this cause, for helping out the people who are injured and left without a home in the floods that we've had on both coasts recently. It seems like you've had a pretty remarkable year. You've been able to travel. You've been on international television. You've had multiple awards for your album King. It really seems like you've had a wonderful year. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing, but I would definitely say the most exciting part was being able to start my company, Gabriel's Entertainment.
It sounds like you've been extremely busy, so we know how precious your time is, and I know you've got a couple more songs you want to do, so let's get right into it. Keontae Beals, a couple more songs from you, and looking very much forward to what you have coming in 2022.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Keep strong, moving forward. No tears to cry till it's over. You got to be a grown man now. You can't understand that. You can show emotion, baby. Your 10, trust me, world is crazy. You got to watch for yourself and worry about no one else. And you got to stay on your grind. Lay low and live your life. Find a wife, have a family. Anything else would be a tragedy. Go to church and make it work no matter how you feel. Disagree and it's just a deal. Remember to keep it real. And I can remember all the times I was told to be a man and understand that the only way to show your worth, hide your feelings under cover. Emotion been gone, was wrong from the start. It didn't matter what was said, I always had to feel that way. Doesn't matter what your skin color, it only matters what's with your brother. Meanwhile we're out there killing each other. Police brutality for all of us. Meanwhile we stand tall. You are a king. How can we believe that yet? Oh, how can it be true that that I am a king, yeah, 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 that I am king, oh, that I am king, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That I am a king, that I am king.
Okay, thank you very much, Keontae. And thanks, Stephen Cook, for helping us out with some of the MC work there. It's great to have you on board.
Wow, what a great night of Canadian music. Keep those donations coming in at floodrelief.ca. And don't forget to like and comment and share this concert with your friends. Canada's music industry has really stepped up. Each performer volunteered their talent in support of Canadian flood relief in British Columbia and Atlantic Canada. And to all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we had so many musicians volunteer that we realized we had recorded great performances that we could, if we wanted to, create another show. And Robert, wouldn't that make more opportunity for donations to the Canadian Red Cross flood relief and emergency management funds across Canada?
Indeed, it will, Jeff. Man, it's amazing to see we've had money coming in even before we started broadcasting the show. We could never say too many thank yous for all the support and for all these donations that make it possible for the Canadian Red Cross and their wonderful volunteers to help those in need. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's show, Jeff. It's an all-new lineup of songs with artists from the East Coast to the West Coast and points in between.
So, tomorrow night at the same time, wherever you are, whatever device you're carrying, you can see another evening of wonderful Canadian musicians doing what they do best.
I'd just like to thank Sondra Rutman and Jason Brown here in Halifax for making this all happen, and to our co-hosts, John DeMont and Stephen Cook.
And I want to thank my co-hosts. I couldn't have done it without you, Mark Forsyth and Jennifer Moss. See you tomorrow night for the Great Canadian Flood Relief Concert, Part 2.
Good night, Canada.
Thank you so much.